Hello, my name is Barbara Segura and I am an intern at XYZ Research Incorporated. My supervisor has asked me to do a research presentation over business basics to know about Italy. The following presentation has information that is essential to know when preparing to travel to Italy for a business meeting. I have organized everything from traveling to health and important business basics you should know before meeting with this potential client. The following information will prepare you for this important meeting and successful business in Italy that may lead to more opportunities in this country. This is a table of contents and a quick overview of what will be discussed throughout this presentation. Italy is a southern European country bordered by Austria, France, San Marino, Slovenia, and Switzerland. The capital of Italy is Rome. The main cities are Milan, Naples, Turin, Palermo, and Genoa. The population of Italy is 60.78 million people. The size of Italy is approximately 1,338 kilometers squared. The climate in Italy varies between the north and the south. The north has a cool version of the humid subtropical climate. The weather in the south is typically Mediterranean. Currency exchange. The local currency of Italy is euros. At a bank, you lose 8% when you change dollars to euros. You lose around 15% when you use currency exchange booths such as Forex or Travelex at the airport. If you must change cash in Europe, postal banks inside post offices usually have the best rate. Smart travelers do not exchange currency in advance. Instead, they wait until they land at the airport and use an ATM. Also, make sure that you have US dollars in hand for emergencies. The language. Although there are several dialects spoken in Italy, the primary language is Italian. Italian is written in the Latin alphabet, the traditional alphabet. The letters J, K, W, X, and Y are not used in the Italian writing. Italians also like to communicate with gestures and facial expressions more than words. As you can see, I have provided several examples of basic words that you should know when making business in Italy. For example, we have good morning. In Italian, you say it buongiorno. And there are several other examples that you may look over and that you can see. For example, hello, how are you? Buongiorno, come stai? The following is foods. When it comes to food, Italians' favorite dishes, include pizza, pasta, and lasagna. They also have many dishes based on fish, vegetables, olive oil, cheeses, and cakes. It's also useful to know the following. For example, red wine is served with meat, cheese, and vegetables. Italians have their preference of what wine to use with what foods, and it's just customary to use those rules. Religion. Italians' predominant religion is Christianity. There are an increasing diversity of religious beliefs and practices. As you can see, there's a few numerous other religions such as Islam and Buddhism. Transportation. Italy has many ancient cities and towns. There are train and bus services available for transportation. The airports are all located in major towns and big cities. There are 3 international airports located in Italy which are used by foreign travelers. There are no required immunization shots before traveling to Italy. Precautions. There are 2 important things to remember when using any type of transportation in Italy. First, if you are traveling by train, bus, or metro, you need to purchase tickets and then validate them by punching them in validating machines prior to boarding. You can find these machines at the entrance of the train, bus, or metro. Second, thieves are known to impersonate police officers. Since Italy policemen are known for stopping vehicles and giving tickets that are expected to be paid right there and then, it is an easy scam to pull off. For this reason, always remember that if you are stopped by policemen wearing plain clothes, you should ask them for an identification card. Try your best to avoid experiencing this type of fraud. Meeting etiquette. Italians are punctual and take it very seriously. Italy is a country where first impressions count, and dressing formally is best for building business meetings. It is advisable to wear high-quality clothing such as a dark suit for men and a dress or suit for women. Women must dress in feminine clothing. When greeting, women should extend their hand first to men. Remember to greet when meeting and leaving. When meeting someone for the first time, it is common to shake hands. Greeting and saying buongiorno or buonasera if it is afternoon and shake hands. When there is an existing relationship, you greet with a kiss on both cheeks, starting with the left cheek. Business cards. The exchange of business cards is common in Italy, and it's a good idea to have it translated into Italian on the reverse. Business cards are exchanged only at the first meeting and should be handed, not tossed. You must give everyone present a business card. When receiving a business card, look at the name and title carefully and place it on the table in front of you or in your briefcase. Negotiations. When meeting someone for the first time, address the person with his or her appropriate title, followed by his or her last name. Use appropriate titles until you are specifically told that you can refer to a person by their first names. Typically, other people and women will be introduced first. Women usually use this maiden name in business and on legal documents. Older people and people of power tend to have the authority. Signed contracts aren't considered the final word. Saying no. People are rarely able to say no, so they use face-saving words. Usually, when you're invited to lunch, you say yes. A lot of Italians tend to use gestures when speaking. When you use nonverbal communication, make sure it's positive. Eye contact is also vital, and it is considered a sign of interest. Looking away is not appropriate and could send negative signs to the other party. Social aspects of business. Business meetings can happen over lunch, but preferably over dinner. Lunch meetings can be very quick and informal. In Italy, it is considered offensive you do not eat too much. Italians, unlike Americans, are business-oriented, are relationship-oriented, and refer to established relationships before getting down to business. Italians also believe that work should not be a burden, and there is no rush to get to that part. When invited to a business dinner, do not sit down before the host and do not begin eating before the host. The host also pays the bill. You can offer to pay the bill, but the host will usually say, no thank you. In addition, although tips are included in the bill, it is appropriate to leave an additional tip of 5% of the total amount. Gifts. Italians are very generous gift givers. They do expect a gift in return. You usually don't give gifts in the first meetings, but it is a good idea to keep a small gift in your briefcase just in case. If you have a gift to give to your host, wait until you have received your gifts before giving yours. Wrap the gift nicely. The gifts are open in front of the person who gives it to you. And also avoid using advertisements like your company logo as gifts. And avoid anything that has the number 17 or the quantity of 17 because it's considered bad luck. Proper gifts, as you can see, include liquors and crafts from your native country. Other considerations, other information that can be useful to avoid cross-cultural foxpass are as follows. Try not to schedule meetings in August because of Christian beliefs. People want to find ways to express their emotions even in the workplace. Be accepting of emotions and show your emotions too. I would recommend that my supervisor further explore the internet to prepare for the trip using the following resources: businessculture.org, contacting the embassy in Rome, and Culture GPS on iPhone, if you do have an iPhone. These are the references that I used if you have any interest in looking over them. And I would just like to say thank you for your time. I hope you have enjoyed the presentation, and I hope that this information was useful to you. Thank you.